So I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about, and I have a lot of ideas in mind, but I figured I would go over the habits I've been forming this year to help me stay healthy. And these were things I started practicing last year, but I really made them a priority this year, and I have seen a big improvement in just my overall wellness already. And it really all started when I read, I think, like 75% the way through Atomic Habits, and that book is extremely popular. It's nothing new. It's by James Clear, and I'll link to it below. And what really struck me is he talked about how it's about small changes that accumulate over time. And one of my favorite YouTubers, Nischa, she always talks about this too with finance. And you may feel like these little changes aren't, especially in our modern culture where everybody wants everything instantly, aren't making that much of a difference, but over time they accumulate and you see a lot of impact. It's the same with your financial choices as well. So the first one I would say is I've completely cut sugar. Now I don't know if I'll do this forever, but all refined sugar, coconut sugar, and also really limited something that's highly concentrated with natural sugar, like fruit sugars that you would find in like fruit juice and things like that. And even protein bars, a lot of protein bars will have a lot of sugar. And I'm following a diet that's closer to maintaining a low on the glycemic index. It doesn't cause as much spike in my blood sugar. And I've also paid attention to my gut health. And I still enjoy things, I'll have protein smoothies or coffee with stevia in it. There's another sweetener, I think I haven't tried allulose or monk fruit, but I still don't go crazy with it. And I have seen such a huge improvement in my overall health, in my skin, in my body, the way I feel, in my gut. And that's something I really want to stick with this year. So that's one change I've made. Another is how I spend my money. And I do have a video because I love to give gifts and talking about how to be a blessing to others on a budget. And I will link to that up here, up above. And I just have really changed my spending patterns, and right now I'm saving for my backyard. I hope to get that done here shortly, and I have it all planned out. I just am saving a little bit more for it, and I love to travel, but I'm doing things just very differently this year, and really thinking about being thrifty, not just buying, the latest piece of furniture that I want for my home on Amazon, but seeing if I can revamp things and purchase things reused or have things refurbished, do things myself. Really trying to think outside of the box because I do have some financial goals that I want to hit. Another thing, I did talk about this in another YouTube video of mine, is, and I'll link to that as well, is meditating on the Word of God. And I just listened to a podcast, and it's By Becoming Something. It's one of my favorite podcasts, and it was with John Mark Comer, and he talked about how we can read so much of the Word of God, but not really have a heart change, which I think, don't get me wrong, being actively reading the Word of God is important, but really sitting and meditating on it and understanding, and then meditating through prayer on the Lord and letting Him speak to you. And I think our culture talks so much about meditation, but so much of the time we're paying attention to these voices that aren't the voice of God, and we need to sit down and make time for Him and ask what He's speaking to us and sort through that and cry out to Him with our prayer and seek Him in it, bring our hurts and our struggles to Him. And I like doing that in the morning with my coffee, of course, and I like to sit and really spend, I know Ryan Pineda talked about this in one of his posts, that he likes to spend 30 minutes to an hour in the morning and reading the Word of God and spending time in prayer. So those are our three main things. There's a few other things too. I just started trying oil pulling, which is, there's a few products you can buy. I got this ad so much on TikTok, but I just decided to use coconut oil, extra virgin, organic, cold pressed, unrefined, I think coconut oil. And you pretty much like swish it around in your mouth like you would mouthwash in the morning. And you're supposed to do it for 10 minutes, but I'm working my way up. So I think I did 5 minutes this morning. It's supposed to be great for your dental health, but it's also supposed to make your teeth white, which I feel like it's working. We'll see. I want to do it for a month and see if I see a big improvement. I should take a before and after photo. I am making time for people, but I'm not trying to cram my schedule so full. The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry is a book that's also very popular. I've yet to read. One of my best friends is reading it, and she is challenging me as well to say yes to less, basically, and to defend our free time so we can have that time to have that quiet meditation with the Lord. And another thing is I'm working on, my word for this year is courage, and I'm working on really not being afraid to speak my mind, but there's a balance with that, because you do need to think through. It's not always saying the first thing that comes to mind. Sometimes it's good just to be silent and not respond with our emotions. But if there's something I feel like a conviction for, or something I feel like an experience, or that I feel that I want to share, a value that I have, instead of worrying so much about, oh, that might go against, and what the other person thinks, and worrying about what they think, just sharing it, but also sharing it in kindness, and thinking through and choosing your words carefully, but just being bold and sharing your honest opinion, but then having a conversation about it, like telling the other person, this is what I think, and I want to hear what you think, and why do you think what you think? There's so many other things too, just cooking more at home, batching my meals. Let me know if you'd like to see a video about how I batch my meals for the week. Those are all kind of wrapped up into wellness, and your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, and your emotional health. Just wanted to share some thoughts on that, and I will be continuing to post more content. I do still want to travel this year. They're trips that are like maybe like a day trip somewhere close by. So I have a few things planned for that. So I hope to post that on YouTube as well. And if there's anything you guys want to see in the future, let me know, and I'll see you next time.